I'm not a big fan of being too comfortable in life. The challenges, it keeps coming because it keeps your faith stronger.
How do you manage stress?
Stress is superpower. If you know how to manage it, you just accepted the fact that stress is always gonna be there. If you see life as a game, if you see stress as another challenge, magbabago yung pananaw mo sa buhay.
What are the types of people that you need to surround yourself with?
Let's look at the 5 pillars of life, diba? Find 5 people who are good at those things.
Can you achieve a point where you have all 5 things taken care of? That was very beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that in your openness. I really admire that. And it's so symbolic, yet it's so true. That, like, take the money part, it's just step 1. Like, I've recently realized this as well. Dahil, of course, before it was just me just trying to make a name for myself, trying to make a business out of myself. And then money comes in, buy the car, the house, the dream wedding. And then I just found myself like the 20-year-old me who created all of these dreams. Naabot na. But there's still this like empty na parang, ano na next? It's both scary, but I think for me it's also very exciting. Luckily, I didn't forget God. Everything that I have is through God's grace. But the thing is, I do agree na parang those were just preparations for the bigger calling. And I think also it's very important that you take care of yourself first. Like, of course, the old proverb is, you fill your own cup first before you help others. And it's true. It really is true na kailangan mo talaga unahin ang sarili mo. But in terms of like sustaining it, and I think this is where my next question is, or this is what my next question is. Like for you, you've achieved success, but what are the ways for you to sustain it? Because I think that's a different conversation. Parang, okay, parang marami, nabanggit mo kanina, may mga tao din na na-achieve yung successes na wala. Binalik sila ni Lord.
Yeah.
Paano ka maka-achieve ng success and then ma-maintain yung success na yun?
Sabi na, di ba, the easiest in the fitness, it's easy to get abs. But to keep it, maintain it till you're 45, till you're 50, that's the real challenge is. Kasi some people, say you need a year to get really fit, to have abs, because you stick to your diet, nag-fasting ka, nag-hire ka ng trainer. For 1 year, you achieve that. And then what do you do after that? Diba? Do you want to keep the habit? Kasi ang bilis mag-fall ulit sa bad habits eh. Kasi nga, mas masarap yung bawal. Diba? The lechon, the fats, and the carbs. So what do you do after that is the real challenge. So how do you keep it sustainable? For me, number 1, surrounding myself with the right people. So, again, kung let's say you achieved financial success, but you're surrounded yourself with gamblers. Diba? Ay, pera na ako. Try ko nga gambling, casino, and you lost it all. But what if you keep surrounding yourself with people always doing better than you? Always 3 steps ahead of you. There's always a challenge eh. So keeping it sustainable is you always need to have that tension na parang kulang pa. So you keep working. Kasi I'm not a big fan of being too comfortable in life. Kasi doon ka madededs. When you get too comfortable, tapos na innovation, okay na ako, masaya na ako sa ganito. That's okay. You can be happy with that, but you cannot be satisfied with that. Kasi the world is changing. It's innovating. You always need to have that tension to keep you fit. Diba? With fitness, with gym, pag nakuha mo na yung dream body mo, you don't stop because you achieved it. You keep going to the gym, you keep eating healthy food. And ganun din in business, in relationship, and in faith. In faith in God, especially with faith in God.
Yeah.
The challenges, it keeps coming because it keeps your faith stronger. Kasi kung, let's say, oh, I'm happy with my relationship with God right now. Tapos wala nang challenges na dumating. You'll forget how to pray. Stress is a superpower. If you know how to manage it. Diba? For you to grow your muscles, you need that stress. To break your muscles just enough para pumasok yung protein. Same with faith in business. You need to stretch it enough para may room for growth. And same with your life, how to keep it sustainable. You need to, on your plate, hindi mo pwedeng punuin yung plate mo eh. You need to have enough space for God to move. Kasi kung yung 5 pillars mo, di ba sobrang happy ka na, punong-puno ka na, there's no room for God to intervene and give you new challenges.
Yeah. I like that reframing part. Na parang, the stress is your superpower. Your stress is your superpower if you know how to manage it.
Yeah.
I'm curious about you on a personal level. Like, how do you manage stress? And like, maybe can you share some practical ways for people to manage their stress as well?
Gamer ka ba?
Yes.
So,
yeah. Surprising fact, I am. Di
Yeah.
alam ng mga tao, yes, I am.
I'm a serial addict gamer when I was a kid. I was good in academic sports. I was an athlete. But pagdating sa Game Boy and Pokemon, I can sit there for 18 hours. Yung Game Boy ko na yung wala pang backlight eh. Katabi ako ng...
Hindi pa advance.
Hindi pa advance. Katabi ko yung bintana. Tapos alam ko yung battery kung gaano siya katagal eh. Kasi bigla na lang mamamatay yun eh. Walang bar ng battery. So, as a gamer kasi, di ba? Let's say, hindi mo makuha si Mewtwo or yung legendary Pokemon. You're gonna keep doing it again.
Yeah.
Doing it again. Same with, with the PS2 games.
Yeah.
PS2, my time. Harry Potter, Gran Turismo,
Yeah.
Need for Speed. Diba? Hindi mo matapos yung game, tatalo ka. You
Yeah.
keep doing it again.
God of War, oh my gosh.
Yeah, God of War. Diba? Hanggang makuha mo siya ulit. So, I forgot your
Yeah.
question.
The stress, managing stress.
Yeah, so managing stress. Wait na ako sa Pokemon. Wait lang, guys.
It's okay. It's okay.
How do I manage stress? Tama ba?
Yeah. You manage stress. You were talking about like how gaming helped you or helps you manage stress.
How do I manage stress? Yung ba yung tanong mo? How do I manage stress?
Like how on a personal level, how do you manage stress? Go.
Okay, so how do I manage stress? I just, you just accepted the fact that stress is always going to be there. You cannot live a life stress-free. I hate that. Stress-free life. But stress is what, make us stronger. Going back to the video games, they're playing Game Boy Pokemon. Yung stress na hindi mo makuha si Mewtwo or legendary Pokemon or hindi mo matalo yung boss sa GTA or Need for Speed. Yung stress na yon na ulitin ko to hanggang makuha ko siya. That's stress eh. Di ba doon ka nagiging matigas, matatag hanggang makuha mo siya. And then another level. So stress is nag-evolve siya. So if you see life as a game, that's it. If you see life as a game, if you see stress as another challenge, level 1, level 2,
Yeah.
magbabago yung pananaw mo sa buhay eh. Diba? So, anong ginagawa mo as a gamer, pag mayroon kang stage na hindi mo ma-accomplish, hindi mo matapos, you ask your friends, diba? Uy, paano mo natapos to?
Yeah.
May ginamit ka bang cheat code?
Hanap ka na walkthrough.
Diba? May cheat code ba? You find ways to... Ganun din sa buhay. Kunyari, money. Bro, may utang ako. Kailangan ko itong bayaran. Or, to afford my lifestyle, I need to make, kunyari, 50K pesos. You find friends or people na nasa same situation mo. Post ka online. Reddit, Threads. I love threads. Guys, problema ko ito. I'm at this level. I need to make 50K a month. Ito yung katayuan ko sa buhay. For those who's been through in my situation, what would you suggest? Sobrang dali na ngayon because of the social media. Back in my day na high school, parang wala pa masyadong social friendster nun eh. Puro pa-cute lang testimonial eh. Hindi pa siya healthy community, di ba? Hindi pa siya leveling up your life.
Yeah. Pag social climbing lang talaga siya before.
Oo, pang post lang ng coffee na Starbucks.
Yeah.
That's how I manage stress. I see it as a game, as a level na I need to overcome. And the bigger the stress is, it makes me excited. Kasi I know I'll meet people who accomplish this, who finish this level. And I'm excited to meet them. Kasi I know they're full of wisdom. And some people kasi they live in their stress eh. It becomes their identity eh.
Yeah.
Na gusto nila na-enjoy nila yung stress nila. Sobrang na-enjoy, doon na sila namuhay, hindi na sila nag-elevate. Naging personality na nila yun. You'll meet people like that every time na ang bigat kasama kasi they always talk about their stress at work, at home.
Yeah.
Kala mo makakahinga ka pag kasama mo sila, but after that coffee catch up for 3 hours, you feel drained. Hindi naman ikaw yung may problema sila eh. Pero after ng talk mo, parang ba't ganun? Ang bigat ng feeling ko.
Yeah.
So, that's how I manage stress lang.
And then, sobrang ganda ng point na sinabi mo na if you see life as a game, you would understand that stress is the way. Like of Ryan Holiday, right? The obstacle is the way. And from your description, it's like, ako na-imagine ko parang boss siya sa level na to. So itong stress, itong challenge, itong problema na meron ko ngayon, yun yung kailangan mong islay na boss na pag nakuha mo yung makuha experience, and then mapunta ka sa next level. And then may bago kang mga characters na makakasama sa next level.
New skin.
New
New
support
aura, new sword. Diba? MU ran online.
Yeah.
Diba? Parang ang angas mo eh pag na-solve mo yung big problem na yun. And when you meet with the right people who already solved the big problem and they show you the way, you'll be like, ang tanga ko naman. Kasi ang dali lang pala i-solve. Why am I spending so much time?
Yeah.
Kasi they showed you, Zach, ito, 3 steps. You do this, and then this, and then this, and then your problem is fixed. You're like, ba't hindi ko naisip yun?
Yeah.
Because you're so clouded eh.
Yep.
By the stress, by the challenge itself. Kasi nga, hindi mo pa siya napagdaanan. Diba?
So, personal story. I, nabaon ako sa utang sa, it started, basically 2.7 million. Okay, I got scammed. When I reached that point, I was depressed and I wanted to just end my story right there. Like, how can you get out of that? And for me, it was like this big number, 2.7 million. That's crazy. How? Wala na. I don't know. Hindi ako kumikita ng 100,000 per month. Eh. Paano ko masosolve yun? And then I started exposing myself to new people. And then I met people. Magkano utang? 2.7. Ako utang. Nagkaroon ako utang 5 million. Ako nagkaroon ako ng utang 20 million. I had a guest 32 million pesos ang utang. And for me, I was like, 2.7 lang yung utang ko. Ang liit naman pala. But you won't get to that mindset unless you expose yourself to bigger and to people who have solved bigger problems. And probably for them, 32 million lang yung utang ko. Meron akong kilala, 100 million yung utang. Right? It never ends, right? So yeah, I love that. Like expose yourself to more people that have solved your problems already. Yeah.
Just bigger guys who solve bigger problems. Yun lang talaga yung key sa buhay eh.
Yeah.
Kasi whatever problem you're dealing with right now, there are thousands of people who already solved that problem. Reach out to them so they can show you how. Kasi it's always, di ba, climbing the mountain. Some people, mas madali kasi dito sila dumaan sa side na to, na mas smooth yung ride. Yung iba dito na mas matarik sila. So you need to understand, nasan ba akong part ng mountain? am I on the easier side o nandun ako sa cliff side? I'll find people, kung nasa cliff side ka, I'll find people na inakyat tong tong path na to. Maybe, they free soloed it. What's his name? Alex Honnold.
Yeah.
Kung nandun ka naman sa easier side, then talk to people na who achieved what you wanted na nandun sa easier side. When I say easier side, maybe they came from a wealthy family na or they have a good network. They just didn't know how to get up there, but may foundation na sila. So talk to those people.
Yeah.
Pero kung galing ka sa hirap, galing ka sa wala, then you hang out with these people na pareho kayo ng base camp. Kasi iba-iba tayo ng base camp eh.
Yeah.
We're all climbing the same mountain, but we're just coming from different base camp.
Yeah.
So, yung mga nasa taas na, they can see kung sino yung nasa baba eh.
Yeah.
So just find those people na, diba, same tayo ng pinagdaanan. Sa akin ka makinig kasi dyan ako sa side mo.
Yeah. Ang ganda. Nare-realize ko ngayon na parang laging merong tao na nanggaling kung sa ka nanggaling at nakasolve ng problema ang sinusolve mo.
Correct.
Kailangan mo na sila hanapin. Like if you would think na, I think a coach coached me on this as well. Na parang, I was solving the problem, the 2.7 million problem. Sabi ko, 2 million, parang imposible, parang goal ko, parang imposible yun. I've been trying to solve it for the past year, hindi ko ma-solve. Pero pinaset niya sa akin, you earn 2 million in 2 months. I was like, 1 year ko na nga pinoproblema yun, hindi ko ma-solve eh. Sabi niya sa akin, may nakagawa na ba nun? Tingin mo may kumita na ng 2 million in 2 months. Tapos based on like the people that I've been talking to, yeah, nagawa. Yung iba, kumikita ng 1 million per month, so kaya naman. Okay, so kung nagawa ng iba, kaya mo din. Right? So yun yung nare-realize ko from this. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing your insight. You're heavy on the people that you surround yourself with. Kanina mo pa siya binabanggit. But you also made a video, not sure verbatim, but you created a video. I think it also got semi-viral. And it's about the people that you need in your life? Or is it about like yung mga types of people that come into your life? You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Can you talk about that?
Which one is that? Yung
like what are the types of people that you need to surround yourself with?
Yeah.
If bubuo ka ng parang team of 5 or like dream team mo, sino yung mga taong gusto mo kasama sa team mo?
Okay, so let's look at the 5 pillars of life, diba? So we have, number 1 is financial. Kasi yun yung common na problems ng tao, financial. We have mental. We have social. We have physical. And we have spiritual. So, find 5 people who are good at those things. So, sino sa circle of friends ko yung alam ko magaling sa business or sa pera? I'll talk to them. Sino dito yung mukhang fit, nag-gym, tumatakbo, yun looks like they watch what they eat? I'll talk to them. Tapos, sino dito yung magaling sa social life? Yung they're like chameleon. Kahit saan mo dalhin, they can, pang golden retriever. Diba? They can make everyone happy. They can make everyone talk. Socially magaling. Spiritual.
Yeah.
Sino dito yung parang malapit kay Lord? Yung they're genuine about their love with God. And sino dito yung last
Mental.
mental.
Yeah.
Sino dito yung is strong mentally. Pag may dumadating na challenge sa buhay niya, parang wala lang sa kanya kasi he already know what to do eh.
Yeah.
And then you talk to these people. Diba? That doesn't mean na lagi kayo magkasama. Diba? You can maybe hang out with, kunyari, Alex, you're good at, kunyari, with finances. So we can hang out maybe once a month or twice a month.
Yeah.
Tapos you need to understand first, saan ba ako kulang? Diba? Maybe you're okay with the 4 na, but you physically, kasi you've been too busy building your business, your social life, and all that. Pero yung physical mo, napabayaan mo. Then I'm gonna spend more time with a group of friends or mentor who will help me get to my fitness level, fitness goals.
Yeah.
So, people think, minsan, kala nila, surround yourself with 5 friends. Dito Avengers na, di ka dito, ikaw dito, dito ako sa team ko. We're not building well, we're kind of building a team here, but yung drafting season, it's a long game. Hindi siya yung, I'll pick you LeBron, I'll pick you Zeros, I'll pick you, Scotty. Then halata yung age natin sa mga,
Sa mga
players
napipili.
na,
The SGA.
Yeah, it's not that easy, pero they're all there. They're out there in the wild.
Yeah.
So you can hang out with them. It's good, if minsan it's your birthday or a milestone in the business, you manage to invite all these different friends into one space, and then they ended up liking each other. You all hang out. That's even a win. Kasi you go to, kunyari, you all go for a run. You all started your own business. You all go to the same church. That's the life.
Yeah.
So
Okay, I have a question. Because you mentioned na it's the drafting season. It's kind of a long game. Minsan darating mo na yung physical, ganyan. And parang adjacent to that, my question is, do you believe that there is a balanced life? Can you achieve a point where you have all 5 things taken care of?
you cannot master all 5. I've never met anyone who's good at all 5 things, but somewhat balanced. That's why yung stress, it's important. Kasi kung lahat yon balance mo na, you're free to go. God, punta ka na sa heaven. Kasi na-perfect mo na yung buhay eh. But may dadating na business mo, ang ganda ngayon, pero biglang babagsak. You need another help from a friend or mentor that will help you get up. Dumating ka doon, yung health mo naman nagka-problema. Kasi you worked so hard to get to that financial level, napabayaan mo yung health mo. Para siyang gumagana eh, nagko-compensate siya eh.
Yeah.
So, and that's how life is. Yeah. It's just those 5 pillars. Doon lang naglalaro eh. I guess you'll get to a point na okay yung foundation ng 5, but there will always be a challenge na atakihin yung finances mo, yung health mo, yung relationship mo, because that's how the world works.
Yeah.
That's how life is. The challenges, the stress, it's gonna keep coming, attacking those 5 pillars. But you need to have that good foundation. Yeah, it's like going to the gym fitness, diba? Once you learn how to have abs, kahit mawala yung abs mo, you know how to get back to it kasi you've done the work before. So you need to have the basic knowledge, the basic foundation of the 5 pillars. So, let's say you lost your direction with God and you know exactly how to get back to Him. Kasi let's say you were Christian before. You know you need to go to church. You know you need to repent. You know you need to surround yourself with, with faith, spiritual-led people. So most people know how to achieve success in the life that they want. It's just the first step.
Yeah.
Always the first step.
Ganda. So parang there will always be an imbalance of it.
Yeah.
But it's parang, as long as you have the foundation taken care of, it's good enough. And then parang one will go above and then hahabol yung iba, like magkakaroon na imbalance, and then because that's life. I think that's also growth, right? And growth is very beautiful, but it's also very painful. Na a lot of people think na pag sabi ng mga tao na, just go for growth or choose growth. There's a lot of like painful, situations for that. Okay. Now, I have a few kind of like quotes that I picked up from your account. And I want to kind of know, I'm going paper on this. Okay. I think this one. There's a content that you made. I think the title is "You Only Need 3 Friends in Your Life: A Truth Teller, a Confidant, and a Ride or Die."
One's a truth teller. Number 2 is a confident.
Confidant.
Yeah.
And then a Ride or Die.
Oh, when did they post this? That's a long time
I don't
ago.
know. There's like 21 million views. But for you, do you have those? How do you, or do you have like people in your life that are true? Sino yung mga truth tellers mo?
Yeah.
Sino yung mga confidants mo? Yung mga sinasabi mo ng mga sikreto mo?
Yeah.
Or yung mga ride or die mo? And like what are, in your own words, like what are the differences? Anong pinagkaiba?
Oh, so yung truth teller is yung sasampalin ka. Kahit masaktan ka, pero alam ko ikabubuti mo. I learned that from my lolo. Sakit magsalita. As in, hurtful words. But ginagawa niya not to hurt you, but to fix you. Kasi tough love siya eh. Lolo ko. And mga nanay ko naging ganun din. Sabihan ka ng masakit. Pero sabi nila, we're raising a human being. We don't want you to be a menace in the society. So, okay na ako na masaktan ka ngayon, pero papasalamatan mo ako, once you get older. So, you have the truth teller.
Yeah.
So, that's, most of the time, that's my mom. And I have friends then.
Yeah, what are some certain? I'm curious. Like, what are some truths that your mom told you when you were young that helped you shape who you are today?
Some truths about myself.
Some painful ones. The painful ones.
Painful ones. Maybe from my lolo o tito. Yun yung masakit talaga. Kasi yung mom mo, medyo mamasahin niya yung words eh. Para hindi ka masyadong masaktan. Pero yung mga tito, walang pakialam yun eh. Sabi nga, tatanga-tanga kasi kaya ka nadapa. O kaya ka sumemplang. O kaya ka nakabunggo. Kasi hindi ka tumitingin sa pupunta mo. Hindi mo titignan kung saan ka hahakbang. Sakit. Kasi kala ba Christian ka? Ba't mo sasabihin na tatanga-tanga ka? But I forgot they had the life before they became Christian. They're like, we're all work in progress. Ganun. Ang tatanga-tanga ka. Or hindi ka nag-iisip ng maayos. Ganyan. They never, yung minura nila ako. Yeah. So, ayun. This is the last word na sinabi sa akin ng tito ko. Before I went to Australia and before he passed away, sabi niya, huwag kang tatanga-tanga sa Australia kasi madami din loko-loko doon. Pag may hindi ka alam, magtanong ka. So, ako si mahihain eh. Ako yung, pag inutusan mo sa grocery store ng mama ko, pag may pinapahanap siya na hindi ko makita, iisa-isayin ko yung aisle. Hindi ako magtatanong sa staff. Kasi parang nahiya ako. Or magmumukha akong tanga na hindi ko alam kung ano yung pinapahanap sa akin. Kunyari, magic sarap, ganyan. Ngayon, ang una kong pupuntahan yung staff. Ate, saan to? At least I save time. I save myself, self-embarrassment. Kasi nagpatulong ako dun sa nakakaalam eh. So, yun yung sinabi nila, wag kang tatanga-tanga. Yung, isa?
Confident.
Confident is someone you tell your
secrets.
Your secrets. Yeah, meron. Meron. Hindi ko nasabihin kung sino yun. Kasi nga secret eh.
Okay.
But yeah, it's like your mistakes, the sins that you've done, or wild thoughts.
Yeah.
And then they're like, kala ko ako lang yung may ganyang weird, wild thoughts.
Yeah.
Na kala mo, in your head, you think it's so wild.
Yeah.
But you meet other people na, normal pala yung thought ko na yun. Yung mga intrusive thoughts na, di ba?
Yeah. Like I agree as well. I have friends na the group chat cannot exist. Like pag nag-leak yung group chat. Like hindi naman kami to the point na may mga bastusan gano'n. Hindi gano'n. Yeah. But it's more of like yung mga intrusive thoughts talaga. Like sometimes you just have to let it out. Like that sounds so stupid, but ngayon I heard that it sounds so stupid, but you also thought that way. Parang ganun. So parang you relate na, okay, you're a human being. You people make mistakes and, have a lot of intrusive thoughts. So I agree with that.
I love intrusive thoughts. And especially when you realize na hindi lang pala yung weirdo na gano'n. Diba? Kunyari nasa plane ka, nasa flight ka, naisip mo, paano kaya basagin ko tong salamin na to? Ano kaya mangyayari? Diba? Or kunyari, andyan yung flight attendant.
Yeah.
Ako yung magtanong sa kanya kung tea or coffee para lang makita ko yung reaction niya. Diba? Yung may natutulog na pusa, paano kaya kung ano to, gulatin ko, magagis ako ng kaldero sa tabi. Yung mga ganyan. Some of them I did. Yung mga tutulog na aso, gulatin mo.
No, I also think on a philosophical point, parang it's yin and yang eh. Meron tayong light side, meron tayong dark side talaga. And we need people that can relate to the dark side. And I think I have people, I have my best man din sa kasal, may pinsan ko. And sinabi ko talaga sa kanya na siya yung best man ko kasi wala na akong choice. Masyado na siya maraming nalalaman. So confident. I like that.
Be careful with those people you're confident kasi if they go against you, ang dami nilang alam. Ang dami nilang screenshots about you. No?
Hindi na pwede.
And what's the last one?
The ride or die.
The ride or die. Yeah, that could be your life partner. Or ako, ang dami kong ride or die na school friends. School and high school friends masyadong malapit sa akin kasi doon yung nabubuo pa lang kung sino ka eh. Sa college kasi parang okay, kung saan na nanggaling yung mga classmates mo, di ba?
Yeah.
But yung high school friends mo, lahat kayo came from the same suburb or same barangay.
Yeah.
After school, basketball, watch anime, kain ng pansit canton. You explore things when you're in high school eh. I would say my ride or die.
Yeah.
Na pag-uwi ako ng Pilipinas, imposibleng hindi kami magkikita-kita.
Okay. I'm so curious about that because a lot of high school friends don't make it past high school. Like statistics wise, for me, I've parang, or I don't know, maybe a belief na napasa rin sa akin before na parang, high school friends, hanggang high school lang yan. Like, sige, enjoy kayo. Pero huwag kayo masyadong ma-attach kasi high school friends lang yan. Yet here you are saying na the high school friends are the ones that you're mas close ka pa doon. Why or how do you think that happened? Like, paano nangyari yun?
I guess kasi yung high school friends ko maybe dahil from first year to fourth year magkakasama talaga kami. As in, we're glued. We do many things all together. So lahat kami naging varsity and we happen na we all share the same faith, Christian. Tapos modular kasi yung school namin nung para siyang Angelicum Sabo College, modular kami. So we yung medyo flexible yung subjects. Kung gusto mong math lang gawin for this week, mag-math ka lang. Tapos
cool.
Next week gusto mo science. Basta you finish the modules, the exams. So very flexible kami. So parang flexible nung system sa school, sa high school na yung same interest, sila yung nagsama-sama. So ganun yung nangyari siguro ng high school namin. We all play sports, we all play music.
How did you not outgrow each other? Because the most common story is you outgrow the people that you're friends with when you were in your childhood.
It depends. How do you define outgrow?
Like I don't know, how did you guys stay connected in spite of despite going different paths?
You probably outgrow them in some facets of your life. Kunyari, isa mas yumaman, yung isa naunang mag-asawa, mag-relationship, isa mas fit siguro sa fitness. But you all have the same common denominator. Which is kung ano yung pinagtawanan nyo nung high school, nasama-sama kayo.
Yeah.
Kunyari may binuli kayo na classmate. Sinulatan yung bag ng chalk or binlagyan mo ng malaking bato. Lahat kayo nagtawanan the same stuff.
Yeah.
Not very bad bullying. Alam mo yung high school bully lang
fun.
na, diba? Fun. But you're all friends. Pag binalikan nyo yan, kasi tawanan pa din the same laughter. Kung gaano kalakas yung tawanan ng high school, kahit ulit-ulitin nyo siya sa bawat reunion, ganun pa din yung lakas ng tawa. You'll understand na kahit pala ito business owner na, kahit ito doctor na, kahit ito team leader na sa BPO, kahit anong professional tignan yan, tatawa pa rin yan kung sino yung natain ng high school. Kung sino yung pumasok na may panis na ulam. Kung sino yung napunit yung shorts or whatever. they're still the same guys, still friends. Nag-mature lang ng konti. But with boys kasi, boys will always be boys eh. Na kahit anong yaman yan, they still the same guys. They're still kids
It's so funny.
in my
Parang
experience.
when I'm with the boys, I could say, like, sobrang babaw lang talaga. Like, if women would know what type of conversation. Of course, there's the serious side, talking about business and life and, growth. But most of the time when we're hanging out, it's just stupid shit.
Ito yung tingin, di ba? You're like motivational podcaster, content creator. Ako din. Kuya Zach, motivation, finance, real estate. But if you just see me, yung mga natatawa ko na memes, you're like, napakababaw. Parang, sira old din pala to. Ano? As in, natatawa din ako sa kalokohan. Ba't ako natawa dito? Pero naaalala ko, the young Zach, the high school or grade school Zach, na natatawa pag may nakitang kalbo. Like, nakakatawa doon, di ba? Pag may nakitang panot, ganyan. Or may ate na naglalakad na nadulas. Na hindi naman dapat nakakatawa. Pero nauntog. Like, super silly things.
Yeah.
Na, ewan ko ba, weird eh.
I don't know.
Weird.
Like, I'm gonna spill this here as well. Like here, meron ako parang 4 na employees ko. Mga boys din. And then gumawa kami group chat. Sendan na kami ng mga memes doon. And then sila yung parang nagugulat na parang, like, boss, why are you sending this? And I'm like, it's so funny, guys. Well, alam mo yun, it's the same thing. It's the same shit. But I guess on that level, again, it's I think, going back to our topic, that's what a balanced life really means. It's not just all about successes and all. It's learning how to have fun. Right?
Yeah, sabi nga ni Michael V, ni Bitoy, tumatanda yung tao kasi nakakalimutan nilang maglaro. Kasi he's a big fan of video games and, online games, I think. And collectibles, di ba? Sabi niya, tumatanda ang isang tao kasi hinayaan mong tumanda ka. Now you don't do the things that used to make you happy, make you laugh.
Yeah.
Kasi you get too busy with life. Kala mo being adult is seryoso, pay the bills, build the business, be a great dad, ganyan, suit and tie. No, like, go back to what makes you happy. Diba? Sana lang may vlogging na nung panahon nung nung high school.
Yeah, though most of it would be canceled.
Yeah. I wish we have some
Yeah,
records.
for memories.
Yeah, for
the
memories. But yeah, balance.
Yeah.
Balance.
Well, thank you so much for sharing those things. I find this refreshing. Thank you so much. I like how we went from like really motivational to just having the same thought na parang as men that are just trying to figure out life. It's not bad to just have a little fun and enjoy the process along the way.
Yeah, it's funny because people outside social media, when they see someone who looks successful, you have the house, the car, the business, the money, the fame, the following, tingin nila sa atin parang celebrity or someone na cannot be reached. Na ang taas mo na. They don't realize na I still enjoy piatos on the couch. I still cook pancit canton 2 a.m. na may itlog. I still enjoy watching Ipo or Slam Dunk on the TV. Binabalikan ko yun, Hunter x Hunter, ganyan.
Yeah.
I still laugh on Moy Moy Palaboy. Diba? Or Kuya Jobert. It's still me. It's just, it's just I tell people I'm just a kid with a camera and access to the internet.
Yeah.
That's all I do. Because I'm an introvert. On my podcast, sometimes I talk to myself. May mirror lang dyan. No? Diba? Kasi I'm comfortable talking to myself.
Yeah.
You do podcast with yourself.
Yeah.
It's have you tried that?
Yeah.
Kausap yung sarili mo.
I think before I got guests here, I think we did the rebrand for this last year. But before that, it was just me. Like all my intrusive thoughts. Kaya hopefully, when people look back and listen to the old podcast, it would seem ridiculous talaga. Dahil anong pinagsasabi nito? Like kung ano-ano lang pinagsasabi ko talaga to, like just dump.
Yeah.
Ganun lang.
Cringe.
Cringe.
But the cringiness what makes it fun.
Yeah, but no, I honestly agree. Na people think they put us on a pedestal, but we're just we just have access to the microphones and the internet, and I think that's a nice way to put it.
That's it. I'm just a boy with a nice camera with a podcast microphone na may nakalagay na small talk and with overhead lighting and access to the internet.
No, yes, nasa stress talaga ako every time like people. May guest ako last time pinag-usapan ko. Sorry, patapos na. But sabi niya lang na kasi sinabi ko na I don't get invited to people's podcasts. I rarely get invited. And sabi niya, well, maybe it's because they think na you're this serious, mysterious guy on the like super serious. That's why hindi sila lumalapit. And it's so funny when I go out, I'm with my wife now. Na we're both content creators, but people go to her, papa-picture. Sa akin hindi. Well, pero kilala nila ako.
Yeah.
So I think they just find it really intimidating. I think it's also because of the branding.
Yeah.
But it's just a style, right? In real life, it can be the complete opposite. Like, I'm so fun, guys. Masaya ako kasama. Sa totoong buhay.
Same. Nakikita nila yung face eh. They don't see the brain and the heart.
Yeah.
Diba? Ako, I'm always wearing black. Black is an intimidating color, especially if you're wearing it head to toe.
Yeah.
And I'm always wearing cap. They feel like, or my headphones, they thought I didn't want to be disturbed. And ang dami nagdi-DM, Kuya, I saw you sa Vertis Mall or sa BGC. Gusto ko sana mag-hi, magpa-picture, but parang nakakahiya. Sabi ko, next time, please do so kasi it makes me happy. Na
It does.
na some people like you can appreciate what I do. Kasi I do this for you not only for myself. So, but again, kasi when I look at myself, I wouldn't take a photo with myself, like a selfie. I look like mukhang mga ngain na yun.
Totoo.
Yeah.
But yeah, I enjoy this. Thank you so much for again saying yes to the podcast. This is our first episode. I'm looking forward to have more. We haven't touched on a lot of things. Your business, all the real estate stuff. I'm also curious about that. But I'm just really grateful and I'm really honored to have you on the show. So thank you so much for saying yes again.
Dude, thank you. Taga natin in-schedule to and I made a post before na you're one of the content creators I admire. Kasi you can see, as a content creator to content creator, you can see if someone is genuine with what they do. The energy and spirit, you can fake the script. You can easy to buy a camera, the lights, but the heart with what you do and doing it, even if you don't get paid to do it, you're still gonna do it. And I saw that in you. That's why I said yes to it.
Yeah.
Na sabi ko, this is the guy na he's really passionate about sharing yung talent mo, yung skills mo, your family, your faith in God. And I kind of see bits of myself in you as well. Na I thought na Alex is not just gonna be a colleague. I feel like he can be a friend as well.
Yeah.
That's why I said yes to this, to this show.
Yeah.
And the people you reach with your podcast, with your messaging, you're doing well in the community. And thank you for what you do for content creators. And I would say, I hate that word, vlogger, influencer, missionary. You're doing a mission. You're doing God's mission. You're building His kingdom. You're a kingdom builder. And for ordinary people, you'll see him just a guy with a camera creating content. But what I see is you're helping elevate Filipino mindset, bringing everyone closer to their goals, closer to God, closer to their dream life. So thank you for what you do. And I want to thank your team as well. Thank you guys for what you do, the interns and your employees. You guys are doing amazing jobs. So thank you for what you do.
Wow.
I wish more people can see what you do.
Wow.
So do more BTS.
Yes, I will. Wow. My heart is full. Thank you. That's I think you're the only one who's ever done, who's ever appreciated us like that. So thank you, brother. Appreciate that big time. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to have more episodes with you, honestly. Hopefully in the next time that you come back, we can, talk more about different things.
For sure. Have
And,
you been to Australia?
Not yet.
All right.
But we've been planning. Definitely. Let's record a podcast
Let's do
there.
that. Let's bring the team. I'll help you.
Ay, gusto nila yun.
I'll help you guys. I'll help you with the visa and everything.
Sure. Okay. Let's do that. Sige.
Let's do that. Yeah.
Right. When we hit 100K, okay, so make sure you follow and subscribe. We'll go to Australia with the whole team. We'll do
Sounds
that.
good. All right. My house will be open for you guys.
Appreciate that, brother. But again, thank you so much. And thank you to everyone who's been listening up until this point. And hopefully you got a lot of nuggets from that. I honestly enjoyed this. This is really refreshing. But if you like any part of that, please go ahead and share it. Don't forget to tag us at Zach Aldis on his social media platforms. I'll link down all his work down below. You can check him out. And of course, just kung saan different platforms, kung saan nyo siya mahahanap, check nyo lang dyan sa baba. And please, if you haven't yet, please click that subscribe button. It helps the podcast a lot. We're doing this for you guys, sabi nga ni Zach. We just really want to create more content for the people who are watching. So please continue to do that and just share it to as many people as you can. But again, brother, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much. My name is Alec Cuenca. This is Small Talk, Small Conversations with huge impact. And I'll see you guys next episode. Peace.
Peace.